So what are the bridge partnerships doing? Some of the new things this year, we had the new member orientation lunches. We got people up to speed, figuring out what bridge preservation's all about and what our initiative is. You guys are engaged during the peer exchanges. You know, sometimes it's tough getting you to sit down, but it's just as tough to get you up from those tables because you want to continue those conversations. And I really think that's a great thing. And you're getting to know different people, so the amount of engagement that you guys have has increased considerably, and I think that's really a good thing. And now we're showing these industry virtual demonstrations as an opportunity for industry to showcase some of their items and give each of them 5 minutes to show what they feel they do best and what they want to expose you to. And that just helps bring you over to tables if you're interested in those particular items. And then working on the research roadmap. That's a new thing, but they really want our perspective of what our needs are going to be in the future. So you guys we really have to work on that in the next year, because that's going to be moved forward. Your ideas and your true needs are going to be moved forward. And developing national working groups. We've developed, I think, 5 of them now. And basically what that is we're finding that it's not just one region of the country. We've got a need, but in all 4 of the regions of the country, we have needs, and that's when we put everything together and develop a national workings group. And now we're starting to do these technical tours that I know you guys are all anxious to get off and see a galvanizing plant rather than me. But things are changing, and I think it's all for the good. But again, if things you like or don't like, all your directors want to hear about that as they plan the next meeting. This is a very busy looking page on the website, and it's true, there's an awful lot on the website. If you look at that black ribbon going across and all the other things on the page, it's very active. It's being updated on a regular basis. Things that you bring into to us to mention to either to the chairs or directly to me, we triage it a little bit and then decide if it's postable. My good friend Dave Juntanen made this page. This shows all the different types of working groups that are going on, and this is around in the 4 regions. It's amazing. We've got bridge washing, beam end treatments, corrosion mitigation, systematic preventative maintenance. There's all sorts of things going on, and these are things that you guys are. We've got working groups in all of those categories. And the 4 national working groups are coatings. One's turned into a coatings national working group. This is the deck working group that's promoting this national database. And there's a national performance spec working group also that has come up with some sample guide performance specs for specifically for performance. And then there's a national social media working group that has the blog, Facebook are already up and going. LinkedIn, TSP2 website is certainly a form of social media. Just one example, here's a picture of Dick Dunn when he commented on communicating the value of bridge maintenance. These are the type of things that we're putting on our blog and just try to get the word out. This is basically a blog, is like Lorella said when she was talking. It's a means of having a conversation, and so we're always looking for comments back and forth. You can always comment on any blogs that are posted. Technical exchange is going to be something that's new, and that'll allow each state to make postings of new technical papers as they come. We won't have to go through a whole process of passing them around and going back and forth, but one individual from each state and a bunch of the federal highway guys will be able to post, and we'll put them right on that technical exchange button, and they'll be put on categorized by date and by topic, and then they will also be linked to anything in the black bar up top. So there's be a lot more information coming in and a lot more current information coming in. These are our four partnership meetings that we've had, all the details on them, and then of course it's nice to. One of the reasons I think we have 48 participating members is because of these two gray buttons. One shows where those invoices actually went out to, and then the other one shows who has been given credit for making payment. And then the Federal Highway note is that's a letter from Federal Highway saying, yes, you can use SP&R, State Planning and Research Funds, to cover your costs for this program. And we are the most have the best participation of all the technical services programs. And now we have really, with the addition of AHD 37, we now have three very strong stools, very strong legs to our stool. The TSP 2 program, the AASHTO part of it, is where we are today. But the Bridge Technical Working Group with Federal Highway, they're very, very much involved, and they just named a new person. And AHD 37, that's TRB's participation. It's a new full status group in TRB, and very active in now looking for research needs. So what's next? What do we want to do next? We really have got, where are some of the voids out there? Get the municipalities, the authorities involved, and the Canadian provinces. That's something we need to do. They have a lot to share, and they have a lot of problems as well. We've got to get those guys involved. Some of them don't know the difference between a pier and an abutment, and we got to work our way up from the grassroots. Good thing is we're going to be trying to do some training in that and make that available to these guys at hopefully a minimal cost and a break-even cost for us. Research projects, we've talked about those large and small ones. We may be able to get some funding from the oversight panel. Meetings are going to be coming up next year. TSP 2 meetings, Subcommittee on Bridges and Structures, Subcommittee on Maintenance. You have to remember that Subcommittee on Maintenance are the ones that created us. They're the ones that said, yes, we definitely need a technical working group. 6 years ago we got started, and we've come a long ways. You guys are to be commended. TRB is coming up always in January, and that's becoming more and more active with bridge preservation, and the Bridge Expert Task Group for Federal Highway as well. They're planning on holding a face-to-face meeting. Research roadmap support and development, we talked about that. And what are our working groups? Basically, our working groups are our focus areas, things we know we define a need, and we say, okay, let's get together and discuss these things, define some deliverables that we want to develop, and move on with these things. So that's we're getting a little granular with those, but that's what we want to do, I think. And bridges are bridge, depending on how granular. The answer is both. We need to look at that one little detail, but we also need to look at the systems and a system of bridges. So anything, we're looking at all of those things very closely. And what's next is up to you. We talked a little bit, we should define and prioritize our needs, but we really have to build good asks. And a couple times people have mentioned what Utah did. They put together a fantastic presentation, and lo and behold, they were completely their whole ask was funded for bridge preservation. So knowing your audience, getting the right information back to them, showing your real needs, and maybe don't be afraid of showing if you continue with this amount of funding, our graphs are going to start sagging. We're not going to be able to maintain things anymore. Things are deteriorating faster, and certainly the dollar is depreciating faster. So work on those asks and share those back and forth. I think that's real important. So we went through that kind of quick, but we're all sort of anxious to go for learn about galvanizing. Any questions or thoughts about where we should be headed?